Hey everybody, welcome back to the episode of The 3 Count. I am War Machine MJ. That's Rodimus Prime.
What up, y'all?
And we're here today to talk about... hold on just a sec. We're here today to talk about Monday Night Raw and Smackdown Live.
Yep. Now, Monday Night Raw wasn't as bad as last week. It wasn't better either.
It's just flat out boring and predictable.
Yeah. So, let's just cut the shit and just talk about the shit, rather.
Let's cut the shit by taking a shit.
Yeah. Monday Night Raw was from Houston, Texas, the Toyota Center, if I'm not mistaken. Like we said, Raw was not as worse when they were in Milwaukee, but it sure as hell wasn't better.
Yeah.
They started off with a tribute, a 10-bell salute to the 41st former President George H.W. Bush. Our condolences go to him and his family. I saw they had his funeral all day on TV. No disrespect, I really didn't watch it. I mean, all the former presidents, all the existing presidents were there, from Obama, Trump, Clinton, so on and so forth.
I think Carter was there.
Yeah, Carter. I did like when they showed on SportsCenter Bob Dole, 95 years old, giving a salute to the former president. The same guy who beat him to become the Republican nominee. That was real cool.
Bob Dole.
Yeah, he had to be helped up out of his wheelchair, and it's a real emotional moment, but like I said, they gave a 10-bell salute. Then we started off the show with what was supposed to be a tag team match. Nia Jax and Tamina taking on the women's champion Ronda Rousey and Natalya. Now, basically, this became a 5-on-2 beatdown.
Yeah. I had just come in right as Natalya got jackknifed through the table.
Yeah. The Riot Squad came out. Like he said, Natty got jackknifed through the table. Ronda got thrown into the steps, so she was banged up. And pretty much this match turned into a no contest.
It looked like Natalya hit that table wrong.
Yeah, or they just didn't slam her properly.
Yeah.
Because she kept holding her elbow. Yeah. Later on, Ronda talked to Alexa Bliss, who was overseeing the women's division. After
she yelled at some local enhancement talent to get some help.
Yeah. So we would see Ronda, Tamina, and Nia Jax again later on in the night. Then we had the open forum Q&A. Again.
Which was a bright idea. Yeah, if it didn't work the first time, let's do it again.
Yeah, and go ahead.
What makes this one worse was it was hella awkward.
Yeah. Now, I will say Alexa Bliss did come out there looking hella fine and thick, though. She was looking pretty thick, though. This was basically the same spiel as last week.
But the thing that makes both these segments stupid is the fact that Sasha and Alexa obviously fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And Alexa and Bayley have no chemistry whatsoever.
Do we need to remind the people of Bayley, This Is Your Life?
Oh, God.
Do we need to remind them of that trash-ass kendo stick match?
Oh, God.
I don't think we need to.
No, we don't need to. But there was that great line that that Alexa dropped that you could see that Sasha was legitimately pissed at.
Yeah.
Because Alexa said something to the extent of, "Didn't I beat you and take the title off of you?" or something like that.
Yeah, she said, I forgot what the question was and how Sasha answered it, and she kind of chuckled. She said, "That's why I took your title." And the crowd was just like, oh, shit.
And then Sasha had that angry face, like, we about to fight.
Yeah, like, I'm about to beat your ass. Anyway, Mickie James, Alicia Fox, and enhancement talent Dana Brooke came out there. So Alexa set up a match afterwards. The show went to commercial. It was Bayley and Sasha taking on Alicia Fox and Mickie James. Bayley and Sasha won with the backbreaker Bayley to belly combo. I actually like that, though. In a way.
Backstabber to belly. There we go.
Yeah, backstabber to belly. That's what we'll call
it. No, backstabber to Bayley. There we go.
Okay.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Fuck me for being so clever. Anyway, next up we had the best video package in the world, The Rise of Baron Corbin.
This was so motherfucking trash. I swear.
All it was a recap of the past number of months with a bad voiceover attached.
Listen, good thing there were 2 good games on TV. Well, one of them was practically a blowout. But anyway, I had to turn from this and watch either Monday Night Football or the fucking Warriors-Hawks game. And this shit was just fucking trash, bro. Like, just stupid.
Yeah.
And like we were saying off air, we'll be glad when this shit with Baron Corbin and him being general manager elect is over with.
Yeah.
Because this is just beyond garbage.
Next up, speaking of beyond garbage, it was the Lucha House Party coming out there, doing their Lucha shit. Then Scott Dawson, the Revival, comes out there. It's just like, since you guys don't know the clear traditionalism of tag team match, we're going to have a traditional one-on-one match. So, the Revival hit the ring, and JoJo announces, it's going to be a 3-on-1 match under Lucha House Party rules.
Now, before we get into this match, as soon as the Revival's music hit, as soon as I heard Say Yeah, you know what I did? I picked my remote up, turned to Monday Night Football. This shit was... I'm just done with this shit. How many times are they going to keep repeating this shit? It's the same thing over and over. Lucha House Party has basically squashed the Revival. You might as well call the Revival the Jobbers or something. I can't come up with a good name because this shit makes my brain hurt.
That's just, it fuels, my confusion. The Lucha House Party faces or they heels because they're outnumbering the Revival.
Again, you might as well say their faces because what they're doing on 205 Live makes sense.
Yep.
What they're doing on Monday Night Raw is fucking retarded. And we've seen this shit how many weeks?
Let's say about 3 or 4.
Hell, it feels like 6 months.
Now, you know what would redeem this? If the Revival brought somebody in to even the odds.
Who?
They're speaking traditional. Drew Gulak.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
That works. Anyway, like we said, Lucha House Party won. Moving on. We had Drew McIntyre Appreciation Night.
Now, can we just say that he's the one person that deserves an Appreciation Night?
Yeah, he does.
He got some silly little medal from Baron Corbin.
The Medal of Honor.
He got a fantastic video package.
That was pretty good.
And then he got his party crashed by Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, because Dolph was like, "Hey, man, you didn't give me the invite. I know this is your appreciation night, but we were tag team champions at one point." And Drew was just like, basically to paraphrase him,
he said, "You were a means to an end, and now we're an end."
Yeah, basically just saying, "Fuck you. I don't need you anymore. This is my show. This is my roster. I'm done.
This is my show."
Mm-hmm. Now, before all that, he talked about how most of the roster want to come in, collect the paycheck, retweeting quotes and retweeting fans and being on Instagram and all that shit. Then we set up a match. It was Dolph Ziggler versus Drew McIntyre. Thanks to Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre lost to Dolph Ziggler.
Not just that, he also lost to a fucking super kick. Confirmed. Dolph Ziggler's going to leave and join the Young Bucks. They're going to be called the Super Kicks.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. He could form a tag team with somebody on the roster. Oh, the Usos. They could be called Day One Super Kicks.
No.
No?
The Usos are too good for Dolph Ziggler.
Okay, you're right. They are actually entertaining and fun to watch.
Dolph Ziggler is trash compared to the Usos.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's trash. He's
compared to the Usos.
Yeah. He's past his prime. We'll put it like that.
Anyway,
who was it? Elias. He came out there.
Well, no, Bobby Lashley came out there.
Yeah.
And Leo Rush started hyping him up, and then Elias came out there looking mildly upset.
Yeah. Before that, of course, Bobby Lashley had to bend over and show his ass.
Yeah, the Lars Sullivan pose.
Yeah, and I saw where Conan and MVP were not happy about the booking of Bobby Lashley, and how could you not be upset about that shit? I mean, they had this guy posing. Okay, no homo. He has a nice physique. He looks good. But the fact that they have this guy bend over and show his ass, and Leo Rush points at another grown man's ass, that shit's stupid. And I hate to say this on camera, that shit gay.
I agree with what Conan said. They should be grooming Bobby Lashley for Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because he wants this match. Give him the fucking match. Like, he's been in WWE. He's been back in WWE for what, 8 months? He came in like the night after WrestleMania?
Yeah, less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year. When he came in, you should have had this man doing something similar to what he was doing in TNA. Coming in there, making, like, just blowing the crowd away, whether he's a face or a heel, dominating, winning matches, grooming him up to be a part of the Universal title picture. Brock, challenging Brock Lesnar, but now
Brock eventually beats him, and then Brock gets retired by Matt Riddle, bro.
Yeah.
But what do we get instead? A bunch of smiling, Bobby Lashley's sisters, and then butt pose.
Right.
We're done.
Basically, just to sum this up, Leo Rush got laid out with a vicious guitar shot.
Okay, give context. Elias hits the ring. He and Lashley go at it. Elias gets the upper hand, starts chasing Bob Lashley off with a guitar.
Yeah.
Leo Rush, who runs backstage, gets thrown back onto the ring by Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And he gets cracked with a guitar.
Finn Balor was all over the place tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk more about him later. But yeah, that was a vicious guitar shot, and he just looked like he was just dead on the street.
Next up, speaking of dead on arrival.
Bruh, I wanna talk about this shit. Oh my god.
Okay. Earlier in the night, Baron Corbin set up a match between Bob Roode and Drake Maverick. Whereas if Bob Roode wins, he and Gable get a rematch against AOPP. But AOPP and Gable were banned from ringside. Now,
oh my god.
Launch into your foray.
Oh, you done?
What else do you want me to say before you charge into this?
Whatever you got to say, because I really got a lot to say about this shit.
Yeah, apparently Bob Roode didn't have a road, so...
This was so fucking garbage. Like, how can you take AOP serious with this shit? Last week was worse. Last week was just as trash can be. I mean, you had Drake Maverick taking a $10,000 robe, or as they say, $10,000 robe.
I imagine it is $10,000.
Huh?
I imagine it is $10,000.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past me. But anyway, the point being is they're battling. It's like they're battling over a robe just to fucking get a tag team title shot. And then what made this shit so bad is Baron Corbin's like, oh, wait. You got to go out there, and it's a 3-on-2 handicap match after Chad Gable got his ass kicked. Like, this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Please, break these two up. I mean, no disrespect to Chad Gable. He's great in his own right. Bobby Roode should be up here competing for, like, the fucking Intercontinental title, challenging for the Universal title. But what does he do? What do they got him doing? Challenging.
Glorious.
Bruh, I don't even have that shit on my phone anymore. I don't want to say glorious anymore. They got this man fighting a childlike grown man for a fucking robe and a fucking tag team title shot. That does not add up. This shit is dumb. You can't take this shit serious.
Can't. I agree,
shit.
can't.
AOP and Drake Maverick won. Let's move on.
Anyway, next up we had Dean Ambrose coming out there with gas mask and SWAT teams and an air raid siren, and yeah, this started out hella awkward because Dean Ambrose started cutting promo with the gas mask on.
Yeah.
And then he took it off like I just did.
Yeah.
And then he contradicted himself from last week. Last week he was saying, oh, we committed all these sins as a Shield. We were such bad guys. We did all these things. Now this week he said, I like what we did in the Shield before Seth and Roman decided to be role models. Make up your fucking mind.
It really doesn't make any sense, because it's like, when they did the heel turn, like I was telling you off air, I thought it was going to be something vicious, something gruesome, like a gruesome heel, but they have him coming out in a fucking gas mask, sirens in this music, and it's just like, are you a heel or like what are you? I don't understand. And then Seth Rollins comes out, he takes out his security, but then he gets laid out with two dirty deeds.
Yeah. Oh, and a gas mask, because he beat him up with the gas mask.
Yeah, he hit him with the gas mask, but I will say their match at TLC will be pretty good.
It will be the best match Raw has to offer.
Yeah. We move on to a match that basically no one cared about. It was basically a 2-minute match. Now, earlier in the show, I think Rhino and Heath Slater wanted a match or something like that.
Now, Baron Corbin asked to talk to him.
Yeah.
I crunched numbers that someone else crunched for me.
Oh, yeah, he said
and there was an awkward-ass pause while he looked through his lines.
I paused about this long, bro.
There's only room on Raw for one of you. Why not just leave him as a tag team?
Yeah, he basically said, you and you have match. And loser.
Now, first he says, one of you's got to go, so who's going to quit? Then Heath Slater said, I can't quit, I got kids. Rhino said, I can't quit, I'm horribly underutilized.
Facts.
He didn't say that, he just said, I worked too hard to quit.
Yeah.
Okay, I have match idea. You, loser fired. Go.
So they had the match. Just to sum this up, Heath Slater won. Rhino, reports were that he's retired. He's not retired. He's on their South American tour coming up. So
Now that is confirmed. He's on the South American tour.
oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know. This could be storyline or it could be legit. We don't know.
Yeah, it was a 2-minute match and Heath Slater won with a fucking neck breaker.
Yeah.
I think that's his finisher.
Yeah.
Anyway, after the fact, Baron Corbin said, "Oh, you thought you referee? No. You not wrestler, you referee.
And
I know what I said."
And fucking handed him a referee shirt. There you go.
Anyway, next up we had Finn Balor taking on Jinder Mahal. Shanti. Can you believe that guy was WWE champion? Can you believe that Finn Balor was Universal champion? Or the longest reigning NXT champion? Or leader of the goddamn Bullet Club?
The founding leader of the Bullet Club. The fact that Jinder Mahal... Listen, I know we reiterate this time and time and time again. Jinder Mahal was WWE champion for 170 days. 6 motherfucking months.
He was the 50th WWE champion.
Let that sink in, people. The 50th WWE champion for 6 motherfucking months. Moving on.
Anyway.
Finn Balor got beat up backstage by Drew McIntyre. And he vowed to get revenge on not only Finn Balor, but Dolph Ziggler as well.
Yeah, wait, did that happen after the match?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, Finn Balor beat Jinder Mahal. Let's see, Apollo Crews helped beat the Singh brothers. Finn won with coup de grace. So, props to Finn Balor. He finally won with coup de grace.
Yeah, not a fucking roll-up.
No. And then we move on to the main event. Nia Jax and Tamina took on Ronda Rousey. And in the main event for the first time in a while, my girl Ember Moon.
Now, before we get into this match, Charlie Caruso was interviewing the face breaker, Nia Jax, and her
face breaker
and her bodyguard Tamina, and she said that she's going to break Ronda's face like she did Becky, and she's going to break Ember Moon's face or something like that.
Now she said, "I wish you were in the match, Charlie, so that I can break you." You know, it got really creepy.
Honestly, this shit sucks. I'll just be glad when those two are done.
Like I told this guy, I'll be glad when Nia Jax is over with, done.
And Tamina too.
Who?
Her bodyguard.
They hardly use her as it is.
They hardly used it before they put her with Nia Jax.
Exactly. That's what
I mean,
I'm saying.
besides getting injured, what did she really do? What is her real standout moment since being in WWE?
She debuted with the Usos.
There you go. That's the only shiny moment.
That's
and
it.
she's Jimmy Snooker's daughter. Whoopee.
Yay.
Hey.
Anyway, Ronda Rousey and Ember Moon won because of course they did.
Yeah, she tapped out Tamina. Nia Jax just stood there like, oh shit, is this what's going to happen at TLC? Yes, and I hope it does so we can get this fucking match over with.
Can we just look at the one bright side about this match? Ember Moon was in the main event.
That is the only bright spot.
Last week she was working with Kurt Hawkins. Now she's in the main event. Big ups. She's probably going to open the show next week.
Against Tamina or Nia Jax.
Probably against Alicia Fox.
Or Mickie James.
Anyway, let's move on.
Somebody from the loser locker room.
Let's move on to something that was really good that opened SmackDown. We had the triple threat contract signing between Becky, Asuka, and Charlotte.
And then we had Paige. All 4 women looked scrumptious.
Dios mío, madre.
Jesus Christ. In the words of Mauro Ranallo from NXT, Mamma Mia. All four women looked so scrumptious.
Especially sex-delicious Becky Lynch.
The man. She's the man.
With her swagger. Hey man, I love the swagger.
Yeah. I mean, it's working perfect.
I mean, she makes it look a lot better than McGregor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I will say this before you move on. At least she's not going around breaking windows on buses and shit.
Yeah.
And going to jail. God forbid that happens. But continue.
Anyway. This was really good.
Yes.
Like, this was a really good segment, even though all they did was jaw jack.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. Becky signed the contract and then just swaggered off.
She just, like, hey, I'm going to beat you too. Well, she was like, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you. Charlotte was like, I'm going to beat you. She talked to Asuka. I beat you at WrestleMania. And then Asuka said, well, I beat you. No, I'm going to beat you. You ain't never beat me. They just went back and forth. They signed.
The one line Asuka dropped that I really dug was, she's like, when you picked Charlotte to face Ronda at Survivor Series, you chose wrong.
Ow.
I would have beaten her. I was like, oof.
And then Charlotte was like, well, I destroyed Ronda with one kendo stick.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really something to brag about. You lost a match.
Yeah, but...
Anyway. Then when Becky left, Charlotte said, you're just going to let her leave? Is she allowed to leave?
Yeah. And then afterwards, they all signed the contract, so the match is official. And like I was telling this guy, SmackDown side of things at TLC is really looking excellent compared to what Monday Night Raw is bringing to the table.
Anyway, after the contract signing, they out-pop Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I forgot what Mandy Rose said.
Well, I went back and watched the highlights. They didn't show that part.
Okay, well, anyway, basically, she asked for a match between... they asked for a match between Charlotte and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
And the match was made official. And Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose actually beat them.
Yes. Like we keep saying, Mandy, she's getting better. Sonya, I hope they do so much more with her because she has so much potential.
She's on the right brand, which helps.
Facts. And speaking of Mandy, apparently Bang Bros offered Mandy a deal.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
I had to bring it up because I'm pretty sure all y'all out there seen this. If you haven't, Bang Bros offered Mandy Rose a deal to do a porn video for $1 million, and she turned it down. Smart on Mandy's part.
Smart, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I just had to throw that out there. I don't know why.
It was announced for next week that that Asuka and Charlotte will go one-on-one on the go home to TLC.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a WrestleMania rematch. So that should be pretty good.
Next up, we had Miz TV with Daniel Bryan as guest. And we thought, oh, this is going to suck. But no, it actually kicked off pretty nicely because Truth and Carmella came out there and did a dance break.
Yeah. They did the flossing dance. I don't know how to do that shit, but anyway.
It looks stupid. Anyway, Miz calls out Daniel Bryan, and basically Miz goes on a tirade of, I was right, ha ha, I was right.
Yeah, and Daniel Bryan, he kept saying fickle. Fickle.
Well, no, he kept going into this deep vastness of what he did, why he did what he did, you know.
Yeah.
All this, and Miz kept going, so he just kept sitting there, so you admit I was right. Come on, just say it, I was right. I was right.
He was like, yes. And then,
Daniel Bryan launched into, you criticize me for kicking a man in the groin. You want to talk about sins? For one night, I committed one sin, but, you know, then he went on all this environmentalist spiel, you know. You eat these fast foods, you
eat processed, factory-made foods, you
drive your gasoline-powered cars.
You drink your bottled plastic water. You commit the same sins every day, every minute, every hour, every month, every year. He just went on and on and on. And basically, like I told you, I'm going to start calling the new Daniel Bryan the crazy vegan. Because that's exactly what he is. A motherfucking crazy vegan.
Like I said, it'd be better to call him a hippie. Because, you know, he's talking about environmental stuff.
Well, true.
Anyway, but yeah. You get to call him crazy hippie, just like we get to call Johnny Gargano Johnny Badass.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that on the network episode.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Stay tuned for that.
But out comes AJ Styles.
Yeah, and he's walking like somebody just pissed in his cereal. And he goes after Daniel Bryan. Then he goes after The Miz.
Well, now, Daniel Bryan throws The Miz at AJ.
Oh yeah, he threw The Miz at AJ. He's trying to go after Daniel Bryan because, you know, they got their match at TLC. And what happens at the end is The Miz lays him out with a skull-crushing finale, which sets up the main event, The Miz versus AJ Styles.
Speaking of The Miz, he actually worked 3 matches yesterday.
3? Oh, yeah, the mixed match.
The match, the main event with AJ,
yeah.
and then the dark match against Daniel Bryan for the title.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up, speaking of things that aren't really important, Rusev said he's going to feast on Nakamura on the greatest holiday of them all. Rusev Day!
Rusev Machka! You know, it's so funny how quick they just got rid of Aiden English.
Yeah.
Because it's like they had something going and it's just like, where the fuck is Aiden English at? And then you got that other guy with that other belt.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they do one night in Milwaukee for like 3 weeks?
It's like a month or so, and then they had a match on Smackdown, and the rivalry just ended like that.
And English got bounced to main event. Not the main event, the show main event. You know, the one that nobody watches and they still air.
On the network.
For some reason.
If you watch it, good for you, but we don't, because we don't give a fuck about it. But continue.
Anyway, next match was something we had seen 100 different times before, but this one's a little bit more enjoyable. Jeff Hardy taking on the Viper, Randy Orton.
Yes, this was a pretty decent match.
It was standard for them.
Yeah, but the one caveat to this match, Samoa Joe.
The man can sell Girl Scout cookies, 10 bar, and shoot a public relations video.
Yes.
Is there anything he can't do?
The one thing they should have done was put the WWE title on him.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
Or at least the United States title.
Or something.
Anyway.
I mean, again, what is it that this guy... Hell, this guy could probably sell insurance.
Anyway, yeah, insurance against him. He'd be like one of those mob guys. Be like, where's your protection money? Protection from me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jeff Hardy was, you know, on the cusp of winning until Joe distracted Jeff Hardy by cutting a promo inside of a bar where he was bartending.
Well, that and he was going to do a swanton bomb on Randy Orton.
Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, because he was on the announce table and Corey Graves was like, it's too far, and then that's when Joe came in. Randy Orton, out of nowhere, hit an RKO, 1, 2, 3. He basically beat Jeff. Thanks to Samoa Joe. Now the bartender, Samoa Joe.
Now you can't be mad at Joe for distracting Jeff Hardy.
No.
He saved his career.
Facts. That was pretty good, though. The distraction was pretty good.
Yeah. He saved his career, and shame on Jeff Hardy for getting distracted. Anyway, but that explains why we haven't seen Samoa Joe in a while, because he was getting his bar license.
Facts.
Good on you, Samoa Joe, just expanding those horizons.
Yes.
Anyway, next up we had a killer triple threat match between Xavier Woods of the New Day, Cesaro of the Bear, and Jey Uso of the Usos.
Yeah. Remember, it's not fear, it's the Usos.
No, it's not paranoia. It's
Oh,
Usos.
excuse me, it's not paranoia, it's the Usos.
Yeah.
My bad.
Anyway, but this match was killer.
This was pretty good from the highlights that I saw. I mean, far be it that the title match, the triple threat title match, is going to be killer. This match right here, this triple threat match, was a real good barn burner. I mean, all three guys, Cesaro, Jay, and Xavier, really kicked ass. And
In fact, all three of these teams, no matter what the combination is, all three of these teams can never have a bad match.
no. Because, I mean, especially like Usos and New Day, especially when they had that Hell in a Cell match.
Especially New Day and Bar.
Shit. Like I said, that triple threat tag team match is going to be a barn burner. And, of course, it's for the titles.
Yeah.
But this was no different.
Anyway, Jey Uso won with, I think it was an Uso splash.
No, it was a super kick.
Okay, so
Because
fucking super kicks.
what happened was Cesaro threw Xavier out of the ring. He turned around and ate a super kick.
Yeah.
Basically giving the advantage to him and his brother Jimmy.
Anyway, yeah, next week, the New Day are going to host a rap battle between the Usos and the Bar. It's going to be great. Anyway, which leads us to our main event. It's The Miz versus AJ Styles.
I will say, I did like that green on AJ's get up.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty dope. But anyway, this was a pretty decent match. The new Daniel Bryan was at commentary. He said, I hope my daughter kicks every man in the groin. Or some to that effect.
Yeah.
Fucking Daniel Bryan.
One thing we neglected to mention about Daniel Bryan when he was on Miz TV earlier, he took off his side plates on his belt.
Oh, yeah, because he said the Yes Movement is dead. So,
Anyway,
I thought maybe he was going to throw him on stage like a Frisbee or something.
oh no, those things are small. They'll deviate and clock somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much of a safety hazard.
That is true.
Anyway, AJ Styles made the Miz tap out to, I believe it's calf crusher.
Yeah.
Anyway, after the match, Daniel Bryan just proceeded to beat AJ's ass.
Yeah, basically targeting his leg, stomping his face in. He put a heel hook on AJ, and then he got on the mic, got on top of the table with his title. He said, you guys don't want to cheer? You guys don't like what I did? Fickle, 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 fickle. And then held up his title, and that's how we ended the show.
I believe he was announced as the new Daniel Bryan.
That just sounds corny as fuck. I'm sorry, why not just stay at Daniel Bryan? Because the new, that just sounds like some upper class snobby type shit. I'm just saying.
Why not call him Bryan Danielson?
True. I mean, they called him that in Ring of Honor, being that's his real name.
I mean, isn't that the way he used to be in Ring of Honor?
Yeah. I mean, again, that's his real name.
Well, I know that, but I just meant like the character work.
Oh, yeah, he was
He was
Bryan Danielson. Or like when he was a face, he was the American Dragon or some shit like that.
I mean, when he was in Ring of Honor, wasn't he a vicious little prick?
Yeah, he was a vicious prick, vicious heel.
Yeah. So if they're going to go that route, why not just call him Bryan Danielson?
Have him shave his hair.
I wouldn't go that route.
I mean, he kind of had like that buzz cut look.
Yeah, but he was also super young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make him keep him with the long hair. He looks like a grizzled vet.
True.
A grizzled young vet.
Mm.
We'll talk about those guys on Network episode. I don't think they're advertised for any of the UK episodes this week.
I haven't watched it yet, so.
Anyway, yeah. Next week is the Go Home 2 TLC, so speculate. Raw, bad. Smackdown, good. Yay?
Yay!
Alright, cool beans.
At least we don't have stairs this year. Do we need to talk about that? Do we need to talk any more about that? Tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs.
Stairs. That match was god-awful anyways. It was Big Show versus Rowan. Wait, I think that was the year we got that incredible ladder match between Ziggler and Harper.
I think that was on the same show. I can't remember. That was what,
2014.
Yeah. Because the rivalry with Eric Rowan and Big Show was garbage as it was. And the match itself was even worse because nobody cared and the crowd was like silent. So silent that you could hear somebody do this.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, I think that was the ladder match between Dolph Ziggler and Harper that year.
That was a killer match.
Oh, that one. I can't get over the Harper's suicide dive right into that ladder.
Oh my god. I wish they. If he wasn't injured, I wish they put him on TV or use him in NXT or something like that.
Wish they'd send Bray Wyatt to SmackDown and have him team up with Harper. Step rolling.
Bray Wyatt at this point, I'm just done. It's fucking Bray Wyatt.
I feel like he could be reborn on SmackDown.
Listen, some people say the character's already dead, so how can you revive it? I mean, that's just their opinion. I'm just saying.
SmackDown gave him his only title runs.
His only WWE title run, plus a tag team title run. I'd take his tag team title run over his WWE title run any day.
So that's why I say send him back to SmackDown. SmackDown, they could at least use him to some capacity. Instead of Raw, where it's like...
I mean, the last time we saw Bray Wyatt was at that dumbass house show.
Oh, you mean Starrcade?
Yeah.
That wasn't even on the network.
Yes, it was.
Bray Wyatt's portion wasn't. It was cut out.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was a condensed version.
So last time we actually saw him...
Was like, what's this, December? Was like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. When he was doing that shit with Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I was about to say, when did the leaders call it quits?
Like 5 months ago.
See, there we go.
Maybe we'll see him again at the Royal Rumble. Or TLC. I don't know.
Maybe take over Phoenix.
Or maybe when worlds collide and Godzilla and King Kong are actually fighting each other.
Or maybe we see him head all elite. All elite.
Who knows?
We did forget to mention that. That was the only bright spot about Lucha House Party and the Revival was during the show. I think it was Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks.
Oh, where he tweeted said one day we'll fight the Revival.
One day, Young Bucks versus Revival, the world will rejoice.
And
then Scott Dawson replied, one day the Revival will fight the Young Bucks and the world will rejoice.
you know what? I want that to happen. Because at this point, who really gives a fuck about the Revival? I can't even, like I said last week, I can't even say yeah anymore. Every time I hear that, say yeah, I just take my remote and just flip the TV. I just can't anymore. I don't even like the theme song anymore at this point.
I was about to say, you got to admit that the theme song is catchy, though.
I mean, it's catchy, but I don't want to listen to it.
It's just, they got one or two options right now. Either A, they go to SmackDown, or B, when their contracts are up, don't re-sign. Just
go.
Excursion.
Let them go to the Indies, Ring of Honor, All Elite Wrestling if that happens. Or
Let them go to New Japan. They could be in World Tag League.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they could mix it up with like teams like Ibushi and Evil. Bushi and Evil.
I was about to say, no, Ibushi doesn't team with Evil.
I meant to say Bushi. No, Sonata.
Yeah, Evil and Sonata.
Yeah, Evil. That's what I was thinking of. Sonata and Evil. Or fucking God.
Or KES.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, killer at least. That match would be killer. No pun intended.
I would actually watch the fuck out of that.
Oh, yeah. Yano and Ishii.
Yes.
Mr.
No Neck.
Mr. No Neck.
Or fucking Ring of Honor. They could collide with SCU or the Briscoes.
Or, damn, what other tag teams are on Ring of Honor? I don't watch enough of it. The Kingdom. There we go.
That's the Kingdom. Matt Taven and his crew.
Taven and his boys.
I mean, it's a lot they could do outside WWE, but like I said, at this point, I really hope they do. You know, it's a lot of rumors with this shake-up. I actually hope they do it. You know what? We ought to do a video about that.
Yeah, that's going to be a top 10 video. Top 10
wrestlers who should go to Raw. Top 10 wrestlers who should go to SmackDown.
I was thinking, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Because originally I was thinking top 10 trades before SmackDown goes to Fox.
Okay, we can do that.
But no, I like your idea better.
Okay. But anyway, we'll work on that. Just work on that.
Revival definitely are on that list.
Oh, hell yeah.
Along with Finn Balor,
Sasha Banks,
Bayley.
Oh, hell yeah, Bayley. I saw a post saying somebody was comparing Bailey to like an NFL quarterback. Shit, who was that? I forgot. I forgot the name, but anyway, it was a comparison between Bailey and whoever the quarterback was. It was like a pass quarterback or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Must have been some bad stat or something.
No, just basically comparing Bailey to that person, saying how she's been a bust.
Yeah. I don't blame her. I just blame all the crap writing they gave her. Because her one shining moment on the main roster compared to the rest of them is you ain't shit.
Yeah. I mean, she had a okay title run as women's champion, but she's only won the belt one fucking time.
Thought she won it twice.
It's either twice or once or twice. I don't know.
Somebody I'm thinking.
That's my phone.
I think you're getting a call.
Yeah. I'll answer when we're done.
Okay, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of our Raw recap.
Yeah.
Or Raw and SmackDown recap. There we go.
Yeah.
We got our network recap coming soon. That's 205 Live, NXT, NXT UK.
Yeah.
NXT this week was so good.
Man, we have to talk about Johnny Badass on the network special. On the network version.
Johnny Badass.
Johnny Badass. We will definitely talk about that on the network version of 3 Count, so stay tuned for that.
We also have preview of TLC.
Yes.
So that's coming up. I'm sorry. We have a preview of the Smackdown TLC.
Yes.
Because that's the only half of it that actually fucking matters.
Plus a review of SmackDown's TLC.
Yeah.
Then we roll into next year
with Takeover Blackpool. Blackpool.
Oh, don't forget our year-end awards. I'm still working on that.
Year-end awards on December. We'll try to do a preview of Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes. I need to renew my subscription.
There's Takeover Phoenix and Takeover Royal Rumble. I'm sorry. Royal Rumble, because I just said Takeover Royal Rumble.
I knew what you're trying to say. Plus, like you said, Takeover Blackpool.
Blackpool.
What else is coming in January? Besides that, Wrestle Kingdom, Royal Rumble. Oh, I might actually watch Homecoming.
Oh.
Impact Wrestling.
Oh, wait, Homecoming's in January?
January 6th.
Okay.
The first Sunday in January. I mean, so far, the matches that they've announced or advertised looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Tessa Blanchard versus Taya. I almost said...
Valkyrie.
Yeah. Anyway, Johnny Cage versus Johnny Impact.
Johnny Cage? What?
I mean,
Brian Cage.
Listen, we talk so much. I just can't even... Brian Cage versus Johnny Impact.
Yeah, Johnny Impact's going to face a Mortal Kombat character. There we go.
LAX taking on Lucha Bros for the World Tag Team titles. That should be pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Of course, we're going to try and watch it, but Rev Pro's next big event. Pac versus Ospreay.
Or February
15th.
Ospreay versus Pac for Rev Pro.
Pac is on a whirlwind tour of dream matches because back in November he fought Mike Bailey. Just this past Saturday he faced ZSJ. Now he's going to face Will Ospreay.
Jesus Christ. Like I said, professional wrestling as a whole in 2019 is going to be lit as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Because then, you know, we have all the stuff January, February, March, WrestleMania in April. Then hopefully after April, everything will still be kosher.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I said, I really have a gut feeling that 2019 is going to be one for the books. 2018 was definitely a great year for wrestling.
Depending on where you look.
Yeah, good one. Depending on where you look and what you watched. Other than that, overall, you know, 2019 was pretty lit.
Because Raw has been dragging SmackDown. Huh. That was a good pun. Raw has been dragging SmackDown.
I have to give you some cool points today. That was good.
Anyway, yeah, but who knows how well SmackDown's going to be when it goes to Fox.
Yeah, I mean, for what, 1.5 billion? It's a lot of rumors on what they want, what's going to happen. We'll see between now and when they go in October.
Yeah, when they go live.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we heard it's going to be more sports
Sports-oriented.
oriented. There we go. Couldn't say the word.
Rumors of Danny Cormier going on commentary.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey, they want her on the show.
I think they said they want Seth Rollins. I think that's what I heard.
I keep him on Raw. But we'll talk about that when we do our 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
But, let's see, what else? Any new rantings you want to do?
I don't know. I ain't got one yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I do want to talk about the Green Bay Packers.
You want to talk about the Green Bay Fudge Packers? Okay, here
Yeah.
we go. So yeah, stay tuned. He's going to talk about the Green Bay Fudge Packers.
Yeah.
Anyway, just with plugs. If you like his voice and his opinions but hate his face, he's got a podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
Prime Talk.
Prime Talk.
On the Castbox app.
On the Castbox apps.
Yeah.
Download that so you can listen to your favorite podcast anywhere you go.
Yeah.
As long as you have fucking service.
Yes. I drop a new episode every Friday. Every Friday.
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
Every 5 days or every Friday?
Every Friday. Friday.
Yeah.
Listen, we've talked a lot so far, and I can't get my words right.
Yeah, you drop them every Friday right into the toilet.
Jesus Christ. At least I don't pee on it. At least I don't pee on my words. I just had to say that.
That's the one bright side about this week's that segment on Raw this week. There were no pee jokes.
I'm surprised the fans did not chant AOPP. AOPP.
We're still gonna call him AOPP.
Yeah. Of course, social media. Follow us on social media at 3Count Mafia.
On Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember if we have this.
We need to start back getting on Instagram.
Subscribe to this motherfucking channel.
Yes. Patreon, $5 a month.
We don't have Patreon.
No?
No.
Oh, shit.
That was for the other brand.
Oh.
Wait,
Discord?
who the fuck's going to our Discord? Anyway, yeah, tell your friends about us.
Tell your mom, dad, sister, baby mama, baby daddy, auntie, grandmama, next door neighbor. Spread the word.
Spread the word like an STD.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah.
Hey man, they get around. I keep telling you this.
That is true. That is true.
Anyway, I am War Machine MJ.
Oh, don't forget we're going to do the vintage on World War III.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do vintage review.
We gotta have mainstream here. Listen.
On WCW World War III.
Isn't this the first episode of the new brand?
No.
No, this is episode 2.
Episode 1 was
Hello Wembley.
Yeah, Hello Wembley.
So episode 2 will be vintage review of WCW World War III, which the first one happened in 1995. If you don't know, 1995 was a very bad year for professional wrestling as a whole. Not just WWF, not just ECW, WCW, all around the board. Wrestling sucked in 1995. And trust me, this will be no better, because we looked at that card and, boy, when we do our review, oh my God. Oh my God.
This was the pay-per-view with the infamous King of the Road match.
Yes, and basically, we'll just say this was like WCW's version of the Royal Rumble, but they used 3 rings, and the whole entire fucking roster was in the match. We'll talk about it on Vintage Review when we're done. We gotta have mainstream here. He's got to watch this shit. Oh my God.
Anyway, but yeah. That being said, I am War Machine MJ. That's Mainstream Malcolm. Damn it, you. That's Rodimus Prime.
I'm Rodimus Prime, and you know what? Let's just go ahead and sign up.
We are the 3 Count Mafia, and we will see you puntos next time.
Bam.